All right, guys, it's time for my last unboxing of 2022, and it's only fitting that it's the Gear EDC Club, which has probably been my favorite subscription this year. So this is the December 2022 premium box. Let's open this thing up and see what we got. What's up, guys? Eric here with At Home in the Future, and I'm back with another Gear EDC Club unboxing. I hope you guys are warm out there. It's finally starting to warm up here in Tennessee. If you're unfamiliar with Gear's EDC Club, this is a really cool subscription. It comes in two different flavors. There's a standard package that's about 60 bucks a month with some really cool gear. And then there's a premium box, which is almost always a really awesome knife. And that's what we have here is the premium edition. If you want to sign up for this one, definitely check it out. It's well worth getting every month. You can get the link on the screen or down in the description. This is the December 2022 box. We're going to open this thing up. Just came in the mail. By the way, this knife is the knife I got in last month's premium box. This is a custom Concept Warrior. Really cool blades, silky smooth. These packages are always about as sealed up as they could possibly be, because I don't want any of the fun getting out. All right, so I think we are good to go. Let's open this and see what's inside. All right, so we've got, what is that? Okay, we're gonna pull all this stuff out and see what we have here. Let's put this over to the side. As always, Gear's no frills kind of fact sheet for this thing. You have the standard box down here at the bottom, which we'll start with, and then the premium, which is a knife of the month, up here at the very top. Wow, looks super rad from Bestech Knives. But let's start here at the bottom and go through the list. And we'll start with this bizarre cup. So this subscription is normally EDC stuff, hence the name of the box here, with stuff that you'll carry every day and use every day. It's a different mix of stuff this month. So it looks like we've got a ferro rod too, and this wooden cup. So let's start with this thing, which looks like it is actually fully carved from wood. I don't know if that's like manufactured like that or if they have like some process for it. It is definitely just wood though. It's very light. Let's see what this is. So this is from Überleben also, which makes some really cool gear. The original Kuxa. It's a 7 or 8 ounce mug. I wonder if it's not exact because it's hand carved. Okay, it says it's traditional, it's a Nordic design, crafted from a solid piece of natural hardwood, used for sipping coffee or some spring water. Cool kind of camp thing. Maybe not something you're gonna carry every day, but it is light enough that you throw it in like a backpack if you're into camping or being outside. You know, I wonder with something like this, I mean, it obviously holds a liquid in it. So they mentioned that you could drink coffee out of this. Isn't that just gonna stain the crap out of this thing? I guess that's kind of part of the character over time, but normally the stuff's so porous that eventually that's gonna just look kind of gnarly or have some interesting patina on it. Okay, kind of a different item. I do like the finger holes. It's kind of comfortable to hold, and it's got a big spot for your thumb to sit on it. Interesting. So the Dursten by Überleben. There's your stuff there. 8 ounces is what they're claiming. It does say hand wash. Okay, maybe that's about the staining I was just talking about. Apply a light coat of oil if and when needed. Very interesting. You're either gonna be super interested in this thing or not at all. I find myself kind of right in the middle. I'm more curious about it. So that is that item. We'll go right up the list to another Überleben product here, which is the Zunden Fatty. So Überleben makes probably some of my favorite ferro rods. I have a big long one from them that just throws showers and showers of sparks. So look at this thing. All right, cool. So we've got our big rod here. We've got our striker with a few different things. It's got like a little ruler thing on it. Big striker down on the end, a makeshift wrench and bottle opener, multi-purpose, which is nice. Then you have what they call the Fatty, the Zunden Fatty, a big beefy ferro rod. It says a 1/2 inch thick, natural handmade wooden handle. It's kind of on brand this month, some other wood stuff. And shoots sparks out over 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, as hot as the sparks get thrown from these things, I don't think I've ever had one of these burn me. Maybe you guys have. Leave a comment if that's happened to you, but somehow these seem safer than they probably should be. As with any ferro rod though, it's got a little like coating on the outside, so when you use your striker, you're gonna scrape a little bit of that off, but then you can just throw sparks. I like the grip on this. Sometimes you get these little tiny ones where you can't put a whole lot of pressure on it because it kind of just pushes out of your hands all too easy, but could never have too many ferro rods, and definitely if you get like a really nice high-end ferro rod like this, get like a fire box when you go by the fire pit and throw this into it, and you'll have a ton of fun with it. The kids think these are super rad, by the way, for sure. So cool, I like Überleben stuff. Let's go with, we'll do the knife first. So from Kubi Knives, this is the Thalia, or Talia, I don't know how you say it. Let's open it up, and then we'll read the little fact sheet on it. All right, got some of the pixelated camo pattern. You know, I've still got my knife of the month from last month over here. Let's pop the seal. All right, is this a front flipper? Okay, so it's cool. I think this is like a textured G10. It's almost like, you know, like the natural G10 that has kind of that jade look. It's like that, but with a printed pattern on top of it too, which is interesting. Got a big finger groove. Okay, really nice blade shape. A little just about drop point on there. Is that a little bit of a choil there in front if you want to choke up? And it's a liner lock, deep carry clip. You know what? These deep, I know a bunch of brands do this. I've seen Gerber do this and a few others that do like the angled deep carry. So my pocket, when you put it in your pocket, it's going to sit at an angle like this. I like that it's deep carry, but the more of these angled clips, I kind of like just straight down because these always seem to sit a little weird in my pocket. Now I carry these strangely in my pockets too. I carry it in my back right pocket where my wallet lives. So anytime it's angled like that, it's a little bit different. That's smooth though. So it is a front flipper. Here up top, now there's a ton of jimping going down it. Let's see. Yeah, see, I'm just not confident with front flippers. I don't know about you guys. That's one of those things, I think people like kind of the boutique feel of it. It is D2, super cool. You know what? Let's quit blabbing about it. Let's read what we got. All right, it says this knife may not have magical powers, but with how often it ends up in your pocket, who knows for sure. 3.27 inch bead blasted D2 still, snappy action. In the front flipper tab, open it either way. I do like the bead blasted look. It's got just a nice kind of matte finish to it. As always, even in the standard box, even in the lower cost subscription, every knife they send is actually a cool knife. I've yet to get a Going Gear box that has like a throwaway knife where you're like, why did they send this? This is cool, definitely a little different than other stuff in my collection, but very smooth, very nice. It feels like that blade might actually be on bearings too, because it is smooth. You know what, I'll have to get used to that front flipper. Do you guys love front flippers? Yeah, let me know about that too, because I don't know. They freak me out a little bit. That's being a knife guy who has dozens and dozens of knives that carry different stuff every day, but something about those front flippers just makes me nervous. Cool. So that is from Kubi Knife, the Thalia. Last up for the standard box, we have a glow tube, which I am unfamiliar with this. So I don't think this is a flashlight. Does it just kind of glow? So I got the red color here. Let's pop this out and maybe we'll turn it on and see what this thing does. Okay, so we got a few different things in the package. A little plastic slip at the top, maybe a lanyard here, along with it, some instructions, which, you know, typically don't read those, and a little AAA light. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this thing in here and see what this does. Looks like it's a twist switch here in the bottom. All right, so we're gonna pop our AAA in. It's got a little O-ring, so it looks like it is water resistant at the very least. All right, so we got this glowing light. I don't know if it has different modes. Oh yeah, it does have like a blink. I can't tell. I think it does have two different light levels. Let's look at the back here. Okay, 4 to 15 hour battery life. They say waterproof. So more than anything, it looks like this is just kind of like a marker light. So you're not really meant to see, I mean, you can probably at night use that as it feels like the lights that people use to read maps. You know, they just have like just enough light on it where if it's really dark outside, it doesn't hurt your night vision. I do like that it kind of has that lantern kind of diffusion, which makes it nice. Probably sit at a table and get a little bit of light from it. But this is something, I guess, if you're hiking or just marking a tent at night even, a really nice, not hurt your vision, kind of gentle light to mark where stuff is at. So interesting. Maybe also set them for your keys. Yeah, I said just about what I said on it. Waterproof up to 200 feet. A great addition to any outdoor adventure EDC emergency kit. Low, high, and strobe. Okay, cool. So that is the standard box. We've got our glow tube. We've got this Kubi knife. We've got a nice ferro rod and this bizarre wooden cup. I'm just harping on the cup. I know a bunch of you guys will like this stuff. So let's jump into the super fun part from Best Tech Knives. We have the Reticulin at $221. Okay, so this is an important thing to note with this. So last month we got this killer Concept Warrior knife here. This is a $198 knife. Again, the premium subscription is $199. So the cost of the knife last month made up pretty much the whole box. This month at $221. And they actually price their stuff actually at street values, something I've noticed too. So when you're seeing prices on here, a lot of times it's not MSRP, it's actual like street cost. So we have a $221 knife this month, which is more than the cost of the box, plus you get all this stuff. So from Best Tech, we got a cool little pouch thing here. All right, we got some stickers, which is always nice. A little bit of microfiber cloth, and let's look at this thing. Okay, smooth lines. It's got kind of that angular, almost alien shape. Looks like it's a bead blasted finish, frame lock. It's got a flipper. Ooh. Wow, look at the angles on this thing. Got a big, deep choil there. Wow, very interesting. Okay, so let's see what's on here. Compact, stylish pocket knife designed by the late Elijah Isham. It's fun to use as it is to look at. Made of only premium materials, 3 1/4 inch CPM, S35 VN, Wharncliffe blade with titanium handles. Okay, yeah, I noticed that felt a little different. A steel reinforced titanium frame and steel pocket clip. This thing is very interesting. You know, it's got a very organic shape to it. So the titanium on here, you know, I have a few knives actually with the titanium finish, but this one's a little bit different. It's got a different kind of sheen to it, which is nice. Let's try this frame lock. And that flipper, man, once that thing pops out, that thing is open. Very smooth, no jimping of any kind, which is a little different from what I typically like, but this thing, it feels like it's just molded for the shape of your hand, especially when you choke up on it like this. Pretty fascinating angles. Got a nice pocket clip. I don't think that's reversible. Doesn't look like it. Really sturdy frame lock, very smooth. You know, I have a hard time getting my finger in this finger groove up front. It stays in really tight. It's got a pretty confident locking mechanism keeping it closed here. You can see the little lock pin groove there up front. But man, when that thing opens up, it opens up. So you can see a little bit of Best Tech's logo on there. You can see the Isham branding on there, S35 VN, of course, which we mentioned from the sheet. A little bit of oil on there, coming fresh out of the package, but that is super sweet, super premium, very interesting lines, and very EDCable too. So this is a good size. The blade is just about as big as I like to go for my personal carry and everything. Look how like the sharpened edge on that, and that Wharncliffe blade has just very interesting line. This thing is going to draw some looks. It just has a very interesting shape to it. I like the rise in the handle there. You got a nice titanium back spacer in there as well. But it fits really nicely in the palm. So, of course, Going Gear does not disappoint with their knives of the month. They may have, if you consider the premium box like their knife of the month box, they may have kind of the corner of the market as far as pretty unbelievable knife of the month blades. Always something interesting, always something premium that you actually want. And this is definitely going to be a showpiece in the collection. Cool pivot there. I wonder if the pivot's actually titanium too. It just looks a little bit different from some of the others I've seen out there. Very nice, very smooth. So cool. All right, so that is this month's Going Gear EDC Club subscription. As always, if you want to get this sub for yourself, be sure to check out the link on the screen and down in the description. If you're looking for a new sub to get with some Christmas money or just to treat yourself in 2023, this one's nearly at the top of the list for me, especially if you're into EDC gear. And if you watch this channel, you probably are. But I feel like every month they always give me a mix of stuff, most of the time that I haven't even heard of, which is what I like. It's actually stuff that I would want if I knew about it, but I don't know about it. And that's what this sub's awesome for. So that's this month. As always, if you dug this video, be sure to hit the like button because it helps the channel out a ton. And subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. We'll see you next time.